Testing, 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 testing. Give me 1 second. We're gonna get started. Trying to get where y'all can see this. Alright. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another market analysis video. Today is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. We're gonna do our analysis for Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. Alright, just a quick recap of today. Well, we'll get into the recap when we get to the charts. First thing first, going over the economic calendar tomorrow, we have at 7:30 durable goods coming out, and then at 1 p.m. we have FOMC minutes. Of course, y'all know FOMC. Any meeting that they have usually be high impact news, especially this being the first meeting after a day of the market being closed. So definitely be looking out for that. I say be precautious if you're trading around at 1 p.m. time. Durable goods coming out at 7:30 a.m. That's before market open, so we should be pretty good. That's really all we have for right now on the calendar. Of course, always check investing.com in case we get any updates. But so far, that's all we have. Just them two things. So we should have pretty normal Wednesday. Now going over to earnings. The earnings for tomorrow. Give me 1 second. Earnings for tomorrow, we really don't got nothing crazy coming out. We didn't have nothing crazy coming out today. Tomorrow after the close, we do got Carvana, DoorDash, eBay. Maybe those might be the main three that we can check out. Of course, y'all know it's Wednesday, so that's when we start trading our stocks. Once them contracts cut in half. So we might check out Carvana and DoorDash tonight. I'll have to. Well, Carvana and eBay. I don't really know about DoorDash too much. But we glance at it, and then of course the main thing we looking for this week when it comes to options is Thursday morning. We have Walmart coming out and Klarna. Walmart and Klarna, the main two this week. To be keeping an eye on. Maybe Yeti and Sprouts, but Walmart and Klarna for sure. All right. So now let's get into the charts. Pretty much recap for today. The trades we end up taking if you're using the stream. If you're using a stream earlier today, we had a pretty quick stream. Nice trades at the beginning, and pretty much called it. Give me 1 second. All right. We took M&Q today. We ended up taking longs like right around 8:30 when the market opened. I believe it was the 5-minute time frame. We seen the uptrend forming on the 5-minute. Yeah, right here. Pre-market, we seen that uptrend starting to form. We end up catching some longs once we broke from this high. Took the longs up to the next daily gap. Got out and ended up trying to catch the longs again. We did take 2 minor short losses, but it wasn't. The losses was nowhere near compared to the wins. We took 2 losses here, and then we end up saying, you know what, we're gonna follow the trend. Let me drop down to that 1 minute. Dropping down to the 1 minute. All right. Let's pull it over. Pull it over some more. Where was the entry? right here. We was trying to catch a long off of the bottom of this daily gap, trying to see if we was gonna recover and withstand this uptrend. We failed, end up coming back down, making that lower low for that downtrend. Then you know what? We just said, hey, we're gonna follow the trend. We end up following the trend for the shorts, and ended up getting what all we needed for the day. Okay. That really was the only trade we took was M&Qs. We took them. I think we took what 5 trades, and that was it. Okay. All right. Now going on our analysis for tomorrow. Let's jump over to SPY. Looking at the daily for SPY, we ended up closing green today. Closing green on SPY. We did make a new lower low. I had adjusted it during the live session because I noticed we made a new lower low. This low that we had right here that we was trying to see if we was gonna respect that Thursday, February 5th candle. It was 675.79. The low today we made was 675.78. So we beat it out by 1 cent. Okay. We ended up taking that low, but we did end up closing green. So I did re-put that white line that we had from yesterday. I replaced it there, set it as the low because it's potentially, as we close green, it's a potential that it can lead us to an uptrend and end up being our potential solidified level. So I put that white line. That's the key level that we're looking at. Is at 675.78 level. Okay. Now we did close green. We failed to close inside this daily gap above us. Failed to close below. Making a red candle. But we stuck in the middle pretty much again. Pretty much how Friday candle was. Except we just got more of a body. Stuck in the middle between two gaps. Really want to see, hey, can we start closing inside this daily gap right here at 683.69 to start building base to slowly move our way up to 689, possibly above the gap to go back to the all-time highs. If market wants to say, hey, no, we want to go back down, we want to see them downtrends happening underneath 680.10 if we can. Downtrend start forming under 680.10, that potentially could be leading us to that red candle to make that lower low to go ahead and make this downtrend. But for the bears, honestly, you gotta wait till a red daily candle come before taking the short. You could, like I said, you can take them high risk shorts if we build underneath 680. You build a downtrend underneath it. You could try to see if it's gonna lead us to a red daily candle. But me personally, I'm not gonna fight against it until I get a red daily candle. I'm not gonna be extremely convicted on taking them shorts. I'll maybe take the light positions, but I can't just say, hey, I got true conviction of it coming back down. Because if you're looking at this daily chart, it's pretty much consolidating. We stated that yesterday. It's pretty much consolidating. Kind of almost making a what you call it? Not rising. Is it rising wedge? Let me draw it for y'all so y'all can see. It's slowly getting wider and wider as we go. This range. See that it's getting wider and wider. It was tight, and then it's getting wider. I'm not sure exactly the name of that pattern, but that's what we're doing right now. So we started off real tight and bunch, and it's starting to spread wider and wider with a bigger range. We might have to check out that pattern and see exactly what it's called and see what's the end outcome for it. But for us tomorrow, the main levels we'll be looking forward to or watching. Let me mark out these hourly levels. Delete these hourly levels. Key levels we're looking for tomorrow is still the same thing. We want to see, can we end up making a new higher high? I don't know why this drawing was a little off. Can we make this new higher high taking the 697.84 level? Okay. We break that, of course, we know what, we're in the uptrend, and we should be looking for the longs if we're building base above. For the shorts, we gotta be below 675.78. that'll make that lower low, especially if we end up getting a red candle. We have a high, a low, lower high, lower low. Downtrend, we can take them shorts down to these daily gaps. Okay, but like I said, we stuck in the middle of the two gaps right now. So the only thing we can do is take trades based off of the gap. So if we above this gap right here at 680, we come down, retest it, make a high, a low, higher high. We can take the longs back up to 683.75. Then just the opposite, if we want to take shorts, we need to look for them shorts. Probably at that 683.85, 683.75. Take it back down to 680. We also can do light positions if we close underneath this daily gap or inside this daily gap, from 680 down to 676. Same thing for the loans. We can look for them loans above that 683.75 to possibly take it up to 689. Okay, so we're gonna drop down to the hourly, put our long and short positioning tools, and that's it. We just literally just, well, we really don't even have to put them again because it's right here. Pretty much the same thing as what we was looking for today. We're gonna be looking for tomorrow. Cause like I said, today's candle that we had for the 17th is almost the exact same as the Friday candle. We stuck in between two gaps. Stuck in between two caps. The only difference is this one has more of a body. This one was more of a doji. So it's still the same setup we're looking for tomorrow as we found today. Jumping over to QQQ. QQQ, same thing. The Tuesday candle of this week looked the exact same as the Wednesday candle. We stuck in between two gaps. Look for the exact same thing. So we really ain't even got to do nothing different from what we expected. What we expected for today, for our expectations for tomorrow. Now we did make a new lower low, so we still in this downtrend. Let me show y'all real quick. Put this alert if we cross back below and build base below. Crossing down right here. Take the matting off. So we can still in this downtrend. We got a low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, man, another lower low. So we still, the downtrend is still strong. Right now we pushing up. We finna make some type of high. We don't know if it's gonna be lead us to this higher high or is it gonna still be a lower high. We get another red candle and come back down. If we get a red daily candle without taking this high up here, I will be looking for shorts. I will be looking for the shorts to come right back down and make a lower low. Okay, so if the bulls want to start taking control, they got to start pushing at this point. They got to start pushing at this point. Give me 1 second. Let me delete this. Okay. But pretty much still we look for the exact same setups though. Really nothing changed. Solidify level at 579.99. We got two gaps to protect it. We did fail to close below this gap, so we got the break. Might get the retest to try to see if we can make an uptrend above it. We just have to see. But going to the hourly, like I said, we pretty much look for the exact same thing as we were for today. We're gonna look for it tomorrow. Okay. Alright. Jumping over to MNQ. MNQ. Going to the daily for MNQ. We end up closing red. Now, the MNQ daily did close below a gap, but it closed above another daily gap. So pretty much we at indecisiveness. We stuck in between two gaps. Market don't know exactly what it want to do. And honestly, for this MNQ, I honestly don't even like where we sitting at. These two gaps right here is not that much space between it. It's gonna be real risky to trade inside here. Extremely dangerous. That's not a big range at all. So for me personally, I probably would rather for it to either push into one of the gaps and make a trend, either uptrend if it push up into this gap and take it to the top of the gap, or downtrend once it come below this gap and take it to the bottom. Okay. Looking at the overall picture though, we got high, low, lower high, lower low, high, low, higher high, then we made lower low. So there's no trend on M&Q right now. If unless it comes down here and take this low at, mark it out. If it come take this low at 24,240.50, then it'll continue that downtrend and it'll solidify this high right here on this green candle at 25,465.50. Okay. So I'm put crossing down alert. I do want to type downtrend. Okay, we're gonna type downtrend when it crosses down. If it crosses down, unless we reverse back up. Now we did not close green like we did on QQQ and SPY. We ended up actually closing red, so it's not saying that it's ready to go up just yet on M&Q. Honestly, like I said, I really don't want to touch it unless it's inside the gaps, inside of one of these gaps. And I really don't like trade inside gaps. Y'all know I don't, but that's the better trade though. Sitting in the middle of this gap, it's just not that much room. Y'all see it, not that much room at all. So I'm not even gonna play around and try to force nothing. If we sitting in between them gaps tomorrow, I'm just not gonna trade M&Q. We'll trade gold or NYM. And I seen that some prop firms been saying, hey, they up and back to gold gold contract sizes again. So we should be able to start back trading gold normally. All right, going to NYM. Like we said, NYM still full-fledged uptrend. Looking at that daily, closed green on Friday. I said, hey, closed green on Friday. We in the uptrend. We got higher high, higher low, higher high. We should be trying to push back up to make this new higher high if this uptrend want to continue. It doesn't have to do it all in these next 2 days, but it should be leading us to an uptrend. I mean, up to the higher highs. If this uptrend want to continue, if we see a lower low come out of nowhere, it's a high chance that it's going to break the uptrend that we had. Okay. Now we didn't close red, so we end up closing green. So it's still telling us market looking for a high. It did fail again, once again, just like Friday. It failed to close inside its daily gap at 49,696. Really want to see, can we get a closure inside there to continue moving up? Might see a retest of this daily gap at 49,423. Maybe see a retest of that, but we don't necessarily have to just because we close green. We could still just push straight back up. Honestly, for me, MYM, it's tricky. Because if we make a downtrend on the hourly, then I would want it to come down to this 49,423 level and try to make an uptrend off of there to go higher. It's real tricky for this. I probably just say the same thing as we were looking for yesterday. That's what we're gonna look for. I mean, yesterday. We're gonna look for tomorrow or today. Same thing we look for today. We're gonna look for tomorrow. But NYM not the best looking chart. I'm gonna be honest. But maybe a change after durable goods come out in the morning. So we have to see. Going over to MGC, so we can actually look at gold since they up the contracts and stuff. Now for gold, we ended up making a downtrend. I see a downtrend. We got high, low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so we made a downtrend. We did fail to close below that low, previous low. So hey, we could see some pullback and then try to go back down. I do see this daily gap at 4,927.5. Maybe we trying to break, retest, and then continue to drop to go ahead and make it down to 4,793. Now we fail. Of course, if we fail to build that downtrend underneath and we push back above, I'll be looking for that break, retest, take it back up. See if we can get on up here at 5,090s. Okay. I told you I really don't like trading gold being bullish until we are above 51.30. I said that for like the past 2 weeks. I said if we ain't above 51.30 or past a week and a half, I guess you say. If we're not above there, I don't like it. And look exactly where it stopped at, 51.30. It came there, and now we starting to consolidate. It's struggling to get above there. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to take it back up to 590. If we get above, we stay below, we're gonna take it down to 4,700. What was it? 4,793. Okay, so let's draw down to the hourly. Put these long and short positioning tools, and then that's it. Okay, so long here. And like we said, we'll be looking at taking the 590 area around here. That first fair value gap. Regular gap. Then shorts underneath it. Shorts underneath. For trying to ultimately aim for that daily gap down there. Okay. But let's go. I think that's pretty much it. I think we do want to check out who earnings we said for tomorrow. I probably gotta pull the page back up. Trying to think off the top of my head. Who earnings did we say? I know Walmart was Thursday. I know that for a fact. But Walmart was Thursday. Who was tomorrow? eBay. I remember eBay. Type in eBay. It was eBay. Somebody else. DoorDash. And then one more. eBay, DoorDash, and something else. But let's look at eBay. Looking at the eBay chart. eBay is in a downtrend, clear as day. DFL closed below this previous low. If we break up, make this higher high break this high at $82.05, I possibly could be looking for the longs and see if we want to keep breaking these highs at $88, $89 around there. So that'd be what, about a $7 move. Yeah, you probably can look for that. If the earnings come out bad though, end up pushing down back into $77. Maybe look for shorts down to, all right, 75, 76. That's not as enticing, I guess you can say. Don't really make me want to take that trade. Oh, but looking at this monthly though, we got 9 days left on the monthly. This potential is a reversal for the monthly. We got high, low, potential lower high. If we can close red, right here, that's a new lower high at $97. If we can close below, I might look for eBay more towards the end of the month because it's actually potentially finna drop hard. We close below $78.83. That'll be a continuation, and we'll be in a downtrend. The next target is not until $62. So that's like a $18 drop almost, or $15 drop. That's a nice trade. I think I like eBay closer to the end of the month, depending on what it looks like it's trying to close. I do like eBay. Let me add it to the watch list. I like eBay. I like the monthly chart for eBay. The daily though, I don't really know. Weekly we got high, low. Is that a higher high or lower? Oh, that's higher high, low, lower high. Oh, so we did make the downtrend on the weekly. Made a downtrend on the weekly. Biggest thing, can we close below that 78.83 level on the weekly? So honestly, this week might go ahead and reveal to you if we're gonna drop for that monthly. If we close below the 78.83 level on the weekly, it should be shooting down at least to 72. And then, like we said, if it can hold down there for that monthly, we should see it go down to 62. So I do like eBay chart a lot. Go check out DoorDash. I ain't even know they had something on here. Go check it out though. DoorDash, Bears also. Got low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. That's the weekly. Go look at the daily. Daily Bears too. We did get a green counter right here though. Did get a green counter. Hold up. This might make an even better entry since we got that green counter. I'm gonna mark out these lows, or basically we can say targets for the short. That's probably even better. It is a lot of targets right here, so maybe if they close red, it's gonna shoot through them 50s pretty hard. They come on down here to these 140 levels. But clear as day, downtrend, low, high, lower, lower, high, lower, low. We making some type of high. When earnings come out red and close below, even if it just come out red, I'm liking the shorts on DoorDash. If it closes green, even if it closes green, earnings push it all the way up. As long as it don't come take this high what's this high? At 190 and 70 cents. As long as we don't come take that high, I'm just waiting on the first daily red counter. I'm about to take shorts right back down to 158. I'm literally just waiting on a red counter. All DoorDash need is one red counter, and I'm good for the shorts. That's literally what I'm looking for. Alright. So I like DoorDash chart too. I ain't even crazy. I ain't even know they had nothing on here. Add that also. Dang, who was the other person though? It was DoorDash, eBay, and it was one more. It was at the top. I remember it was at the top of the screenshot. Let's go see. It was at the top. Who was it? I'm trying to think on the top of my head. DoorDash. I can't think. That what it was. Carvana. I knew they was at the top. Carvana. Go check them out. See what they chart look like. Kind of look like DoorDash chart. But they sitting at 350, so I know they contract's gonna cost a lot. I'm gonna add them, but I feel like they contract's gonna cost a good bit. And it's earning week. The DoorDash one might be more what we can try to look for. But we're gonna add them to the list. Yeah, cause we'll look at them contract prices more. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be extremely high though, cause it's earnings week. And Carvana's sitting at $350. So the contract's gonna probably cost an arm and a leg. But it's in a downtrend. It's getting a green counter. All we need is one red counter. And we like them shorts. As long as it don't come take that 419 level, we good. Okay. Mark out these targets and then we're gonna call it a night. Oh, don't move that. That's the wrong spot. Alright. Alright, I guess we're gonna go ahead and call it here. If we see anything else, we mention about it in the morning. But y'all have a good night, man. Y'all trade safe, trade smart. Your boy Keith.